I'm Shontay Salter. What else do you want to know? I'm from New Jersey originally. I live in South Carolina now. It's a very funny story. I met Rebecca on social media. So what happened was some people had reached out to me about the company that her and I are affiliated with, and I didn't want to join it because I thought it was full of old people. So I wasn't interested, and so I asked them to give me people who looked like me that were in the company. So they gave me a list of different names, and I reached out to tons of different people, but Rebecca stood out to me. I didn't know who she was or what she had done. All I knew was that she looked like me, so I wanted to partner with her. So I found her on Facebook, and I stalked her page all night long. It was probably, what time was it? It probably was Friday, Saturday, late at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, looking over her page, trying to figure out who she was as a person. It was after looking through her page, I felt that she was relatable for me. So I literally snuck in her inbox and sent her a voice note. And I literally was like, you may never hear this voice note. It was late at night. It was way too early for me to send her a voice note. And when you're not friends with somebody on Facebook, it goes straight to their, on their filtered messages. So I didn't think she was gonna actually see it. And my idea was, well, because I know it's gonna go to her filter, if she doesn't see this soon, then that means I shouldn't do what she's doing. So that was my little scapegoat. Okay. So I sent her this voice note. She literally responds the very next morning, a couple hours later. So that's how I met Rebecca. Oh my God. Yes, my life has completely changed. With being partnered with Rebecca. She's done some amazing things with me and for me. She's a phenomenal individual, phenomenal leader, phenomenal mentor. She's my friend. She's my big sister. I love her a lot. Woo! When I met Rebecca, I was living in my parents' home. I'm a single mom, and I was applying for government assistance. I was already on government assistance, but I was applying for Section 8. And to have a housing or income-based housing. But the areas that I was being shown were really bad neighborhoods, so I opted to stay with my parents to have a safer environment for me and my daughter. However, it was very cramped. And so when I met Rebecca, I was literally sleeping on the mattress in my room, on the floor, when I met Rebecca. Rebecca, that's where I was. But since being in business with her, we've been in business for maybe 16 months. And so with being in business with her, I bought my first place. I furnished that place in cash. I didn't have to, partially pay for it. I didn't have to get credit for it. Every single thing in that house was paid for in cash, and I had nothing. So I had no spoons, no forks. So when I say everything, I literally mean every piece of, decoration, picture, photo, all of that stuff was all paid for because of what we do now. My life is completely different. I've paid off all of my credit card debt. I have none. I still have some student loan debt, but I have no more credit card debt, and that was where a lot of the interest paying and all that stuff was coming from. So my life has completely changed being in business with her. What made me say yes to what we do now was I was desperate. I was desperate. What I told her when we got in business together is I said, I said, I don't mind doing the work. I don't mind building something. I've done it before. I was like, but if I do this, I just want to know that I'm safe. And what Rebecca promised me that she was going to help me. And when she said it, I just believed her. I never had anybody promise me that I would, if I did the work, that I would do well. So what made me move forward in it, because it was scary, she had to literally nurse me through several weeks of just crying because I had so much to lose moving. I didn't have a plan B. If this didn't work, I wasn't going to be able to do anything, and I had a banking career, but because of my credit going so badly, I couldn't go back to banking. So the jobs that I had before in wealth management and in banking and all the different jobs I had in banking, I couldn't go back to those jobs with my bad credit. So I was going to interviews and getting declined because of my credit. So the only option I had was to do something else. So when she came, I was like, I really need this to work. Like, no, seriously, I need this to work. And she's like, I got you. And I was like, I don't know, just a peace. And I had already been praying. So I had already been talking to God, had already been asking God for signs. I had been asking God to help me find something that I could be safe in. And I felt just confirmation after confirmation that this was what God wanted me to do, and that this was what God was going to use to help get me out of my situation. So that's how I knew it. It was a mixture of her, and it was also God just kind of using her as confirmation for what I had already been praying about. So to that woman who maybe has kids, maybe she has multiples, maybe she's like me and she only has one, and you feel like, your life is only food stamps, WIC, Section 8, income-based housing, I want to encourage you that if you're in a place emotionally, spiritually, mentally to move forward, that God will move with you. I want to encourage you that a lot of times the reason why we can't move out of those situations is, one, because we've never been exposed to it, so we don't know there's something better out there. Two, we're afraid to do the work, right? It's easier for us to lean on government assistance, right? It's easier for us to say, okay, well, they're going to take care of me. But there is empowerment in building something with your own hands. There's empowerment in you creating something that you want to see. And I believe that God will honor you doing your work. So what I would say to that woman is, get up. I would say, if you want more, fight for it. I would say, if you don't fight for it, you'll never have what you want. So I would say, even if you're crying, even if you feel defeated, I would say, move forward anyway. She's my best friend. I call her a big sis, but I'll say this, Rebecca, I am protective of you because I feel like you are so sincere. You love to help everybody. You love to do stuff for everyone. And I protect you because I don't want you to get drained. I don't want you to be on empty. So I'm protective of you because I love you so much. You are a phenomenal woman. I know you don't like mushy stuff like this. But I love you so much. You are a phenomenal leader. You are my closest friend. I'm just so grateful for you. I love you so much. I feel so safe. And I know I probably shouldn't say what I'm about to say, but what I will say is the safety that I feel in what I do now is not even so much about the company. It's so much with who I'm connected to that I know she won't let me fail. If she knows something, or she knows a strategy, or if she has to stalk me to get up and get to work, she'll do any of those things to make sure that I'm not forgotten. She is literally what keeps me doing what I do. I can't say I love what we do and I love what we're affiliated with, and it makes it easy, but I will say people are important. Who you enroll with, who you build something with, you can't be great with everybody. And I know that because I've done a lot of different things and I've built some things, but I did not get as far because I did not have somebody that was coaching me and mentoring me and developing me. So that's what I would say about Rebecca. So Rebecca, I love you. You're the best. You're my favorite person, other than maybe this person right here and my family. But I love you.